stands, it's not Friday night. Why am I not doing this Friday night? Well, to be totally honest with you, I forgot. Having been on lockdown for what feels like about 6 years, I've lost all track of days. Just to put that in perspective and give you an illustration of how much I've lost track of days, I had to ask my little Amazon Echo Dot, I don't want to say her name because she's just over there, the other day what day it was. It was a Wednesday, by the way. So yeah, I lost all track of days. Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon I was doing some deliveries for a friend of ours who has a flower shop. I was delivering some plants for her, so all of those things combined meant I completely lost track of what day it was. I forgot it was Friday, and then on Saturday I didn't get around to doing this on Saturday, so we're doing it tonight. It's Sunday, so a nice simple Sunday lockdown cocktail for you. So tonight's, as I said, is a nice easy one. There are 4 main ingredients, 1 optional, and in fact if you haven't got it at home, you can take out the St-Germain Elderflower liqueur and do it without that. We are using it. So this cocktail is a riff on a riff on a riff. So it's a riff on a Gold Rush, which itself is kind of a riff on a Bee's Knees, which is a real classic cocktail, both of which are kind of a riffs on a sour. So let's get started. Now I'm going to be making this 2 ways. I'm going to be serving it 2 ways rather. So I'm going to be serving it both up and I'm going to be serving it on the rocks. So for that reason I'm going to be doubling up my volumes on all of my ingredients, excuse me. So we're going to start off with 25 milliliters of honey syrup for each serving. Simple homemade honey syrup. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 part hot water, 1 part honey, and then get the honey to dissolve. 25 ml of lemon juice. So 25 ml lemon juice per serving. So we're putting in 50. Then 25 milliliters of St-Germain Elderflower liqueur per serving. So I'm calling this cocktail a Kentucky Creaky Knees. So we're using bourbon tonight. I'm using Eagle Rare. I've been doing a little bit of bourbon drinking lately. I'm working on something else which you'll find out about in the next few weeks. And so for that reason I've been drinking a little bit of bourbon, tasting some bourbon, having a bit of a play with some bourbon. So 50 ml of bourbon per serving. Now this is the advantage. This is where using a Boston shaker comes in handy. The volume you can actually get in there. Whereas if you're home and you're using something like your travel cup, and you're making 2, you probably want to split that across 2 different cups. Otherwise you're really going to struggle to shake it. This is the optional one. Some rosemary in there. I'm just going to pick off some leaves of rosemary. Now these are going to get smashed about by the ice in there, and that's going to give this just this little lovely little herbal note to this drink. Ice into our shaker. And the floor, apparently. Should do it. As I said, we're going to serve this 2 ways. We're going to serve it up and on the rocks. And then we're going to garnish with a couple of little sprigs of rosemary. And just 1 or 2 dashes of Angostura on the top. So there you have Kentucky Creaky Knees. See what it's like. It's really good. It's really, really good. Flavors are really nicely balanced. That bourbon at 45% gives it a nice little kick. The sweetness of the bourbon comes through that, those corn notes coming through. This is a pretty rich bourbon, so that comes through. The honey just comes through nice and gently, not a huge amount of it. Everything in there is really nicely balanced, and that elderflower just gives it a little kind of floral top note to it. I think that could become a firm favourite for me. So that is our Kentucky Creaky Knees, or riff on the Gold Rush, on the bee's knees. Thanks for watching, stay safe, cheers.